7th-ranked Bartlett making the most of their first ever trip to state. The Hawks take a 10-game win streak into the AA Girls State Championship, where they faced #1 Peoria Richwoods. The Lady Knights knocked off #4 Fenwick and #2 Whitney Young on the way to tonight's title game.
We have reached the ultimate moment for girls AA state basketball here at Redbird Arena. #1 and undefeated Peoria Richwoods trying to finish off a perfect season, go 38-0. The Bartlett Hawks stand in their way, trying to upset the #1 team in the state. Hello and welcome to Redbird Arena. Championship basketball coming your way here tonight. A basketball-rich town, Peoria. 4-peat Manual Rams, the boys. The Peoria Central Lions won 2 straight, but the girls haven't won a state championship since way back in 1986 when Peoria Manual won under Dennis Brown. The Richwoods Knights look to return Peoria to glory here tonight, but Bartlett will have a lot to say about that. And now let's go to our announcers for the start of tonight's ball game to take a look at these two teams, to Dave Bernhardt and Daryl Kipp. Gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Lee, and what a special night it is. Of course, you get a championship ball game, but how about these two schools? Bartlett has never been in this situation, and heck, the kids from Richwood weren't even born the last time Peoria was here.
Well, Peoria, Richwoods, and Bartlett, basketball teams, and that's what this is about. It's fitting that they're playing. They each have their individual stars, but they both played together as a team this weekend better than anybody else in the tournament.
Let's take a look at how these two teams got here. First of all, for Bartlett, this is their way. They advanced through the sectional. St. Charles East, then Rockton Hononegah. Lindsay Schrader, 21 points, 20 rebounds in that game. And then here in the quarterfinals, a 10-point win over Edwardsville, but Bartlett had to pull away in the 4th quarter. And then earlier today, a 47-40 win in a very physical game over Bolingbrook, and Schrader, 23 points, 12 rebounds. For Peoria Richwoods, disposing of Galesburg 44-23 in the sectional championship before coming here to Bloomington and knocking off Normal Community 50-41. Then the gauntlet started, knocking off #4 Fenwick 48-43, pretty much leading wire to wire. And then earlier this afternoon, Young, the #2 team in the state, 59-51. 4 players in double figures in that ball game for Richwoods, and that is a testimony to the strength of this top-ranked team. As we take a look at key players, who else are you going to look at for Bartlett? You have to look at the All-American, Lindsay Schrader.
Lindsay Schrader does everything, and I think this is a game that she's been looking for her entire career, so I'm looking for a big game from Lindsay.
On the other side, it's the 3rd different Richwoods player we featured in this tournament. Tonight, it's Hannah Rising.
Well, we talked about Hannah Rising being important in the last game, and this one, she's got to match the rebounding strength of Schrader inside. She's got to defend, and she's got to also score. So she's got a 3-point difference that she's got to handle there.
Let's take a look at the keys to the ball game. First of all, for the Bartlett Hawks.
Okay, Bartlett's got to stop the transition, of course, of Bianca Ward and slow them down a little bit. Get to the point. Kim Edson's got to have another game. She had a great game this afternoon. And bench points, they got some good scoring from their bench, and they're going to need that again against Richwoods' team.
Richwoods knows that they're in for a battle tonight. Bartlett comes in here with just 4 losses on the season. How about the Knights' keys?
Well, the Knights are going to have to play physical. They're going to have to match the inside physical presence of Lindsay Schrader. Keep to the left is my next key, and that means Schrader likes to go to the right. She doesn't go to the left very often. They have to cut her off, and then she likes to spin, so they got to be ready to take that right away from her and force her to go to the left. And then they're going to have to make their free throws. Bolingbrook in their game didn't do that, and that was their downfall.
It is time to crown a state champion. It will either be Peoria Richwoods looking to sustain their unbeaten season or the Bartlett Hawks. We find out coming up, but first, we will send it courtside to our public address announcer here at Redbird Arena. That's Jeff Britson.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, before our soloist sings the national anthem, we ask you to please rise and honor the men and women of the United States Armed Forces serving throughout the world with this moment of silence. Thank you. We ask you now, please join our guest soloist, Laurel Aberly, a student at Normal Community High School, in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are your starting lineups for the 2005 championship game in the IHSA Class AA Girls State Basketball Tournament. First, for Bartlett, number 12, Kim Evison. For Peoria Richwoods, number 3, Bianca Ward. For Bartlett, number 21, Erin Griff. For Richwoods, number 13, Stephanie Cole. For Bartlett, number 24, Lindsay Schrader. For Richwoods, number 24, Kylie Grant. For Bartlett, number 25, Morgan Acox. For Richwoods, number 32, Hannah Rising. For Bartlett, number 34, Casey Baird. And for Richwoods, number 33, Megan McGann. Bartlett brings a 30-4 record into the title game. The Hawks are coached by Denise Sarna in her 6th year with a record of 118 wins and 59 losses. Richwoods brings a 37-0 record into the game. The Lady Knights are coached by John Gross in his 1st year with a 37-0 record. Your officials for tonight's game from Barrington, Tony Moss.
A look at the starting lineups for tonight's ball game features a unanimous all-stater on either side. Of course, Lindsay Schrader for Bartlett. On the other side, it's Bianca Ward for Peoria Richwoods. As these two lineups stack up with Casey Baird, Lindsay Galovitz, Kim Evanson, Morgan Acox going alongside the starting lineup of Ward, Cole, Grant, Rising, and McGann, they are great, great matchups. No team has an advantage if you're looking for size, for quickness, for shooting ability. These teams really stack up nicely, Darryl.
Yeah, and they don't turn the ball over much, and that's been a real key for both of them. They play together, they pass the ball well, they catch the ball, and there hasn't been one player that's tried to dominate the game, even though they have their own individual stars.
Bartlett with a school record 30 wins. As we look at the officials, Randy Laveras, Joe Fritsch, and Tony Mass.
Those are 3 of the top officials in the Chicago area. Joe Fritsch is awesome, Randy Laveras, and Tony Mass has worked several big games, so they're very experienced.
Richwoods has already set a season record in wins in Illinois, 37. They are 37-0, but it's Bartlett to start it off. Erin Griff getting the start in this game.
And of course, Richwoods is in their matchup zone. And they really need to match up on the outside and stop Schrader on the inside, so they have a big task today.
Schrader's first touch. Evanson had a 3 in the semis. Tracked down by Acox. And that one came up well short. And here comes Bianca Ward pushing.
Well, Richwoods probably has a little bit of an advantage in quickness.
Ward on the pull-up. Ward had 17 points in the semifinals.
That's part of her game that she just hasn't had before, that quick pull-up shot.
Take a look at Bartlett in the northwestern suburbs. Peoria just down the road, about 30 minutes away, located in Peoria.
And Bartlett's a pretty new school to have a chance to come down here. It's a beautiful school in northwest suburbs.
And they have brought the entire student body, I believe. What a massive crowd for the Hawks fans. Penetration from Ward. Schrader with her first rebound. Lindsay Schrader checks in to tonight's action, leading this tournament in scoring average and rebounding average. Forces that one up a bit strong. Ward against Baird. And Bianca Ward will go to the line. Casey Baird picking up the personal foul.
Well, Bartlett's done a good... Okay, here we see Bianca Ward coming down the floor, and this is an easy layup for her, and there's no reason to try to foul her on that. She misses the ball or makes the ball, but you're just going to give her those free throws. That's easy. If you can't get in front of her, you're not going to stop her.
Ward checking in with that 65% free throw percentage for the season. Bianca missed the regional tournament. Had some academic difficulties, got everything squared away, and has been a force of sectional, supers, and here in championship play.
Richwoods has done a good job of forcing Lindsay Schrader to go left the first couple times she had it. They cut her off on the baseline the first time, and the next two times she tried to go left. Her favorite move is to the right.
Morgan Acox coming up with the first basket, and she has absolutely come up huge when the state tournament has started. Evison creating some havoc out front. Give credit to Kim Evison, 5'5" junior point guard, for disrupting that play. Bartlett, the high school of the same name as the city, DuPage County. Enrollment of almost 2,900, playing out of the Upstate 8 Conference. Of course, the Mid-State 6, the home for the Peoria Richwoods Lady Knights. McGann with the offensive putback.
McGann had perfect position on the weak side of the board. A lot of times girls will leave the weak side, but she stayed there, and it paid off for her.
Casey Baird with it. She's hit some big shots in the quarters and in the semis. And another turnover for Bartlett.
There's going to be a few anxious moments here in the beginning, especially with the guards who have to handle the ball all the time. That's to be expected.
Just scan your eyes to the right. That is a very, very even matchup. Richwoods, we said, top ranked. Bartlett, number 7 in the final regular season poll. The early lead belongs to the Lady Knights. High post Cole. McGann, she's hit some from there in the tournament, does it again.
That's just sweet. When she gets her feet set, she's deadly.
Evison looking to match. And she does. Not as cleanly, but it still counts for 3. Ward the other way. Finds Rising, and down goes Hannah Rising. It's a very physical Bartlett team. Morgan Acox with the hammer.
Bartlett fouls on 20.
Hannah Rising with the huge semifinal game. Nice speed there from Bianca Ward.
That was a beautiful pass and be able to see. It's good vision.
2.
Rising with another. She's the top free throw shooter on this team at 83%.
She had a terrific game in the semifinal matchup.
Well played first 3.5 minutes. Your score, Peoria Richwoods on top of Bartlett, 9-5, as we step aside for these local messages.
Great kid. Since she was a freshman, she's worked very hard to make herself the best basketball player she could, and really is just a total team player. Keeps herself and the team at the same level, and her work ethic second to none, which has really kind of started us in the right direction, and kids had come on with, you know, similar types of desires, and it's just really led to a nice working group of kids making up a nice team.
And nice team has progressed through Schrader's years, 15-13 as freshmen, 26-3 as sophomores. When Schrader was a junior, they were 25-6, and it's taken them to a 30-4 record here in the state championship game.
And they played a very tough schedule.
All state on all state right here, won by Ward.
That was quickness on strength, and quickness won.
6-point early lead for the Lady Knights. The Hawks from Bartlett have yet to really settle into their offense. Great job by Stephanie Cole to force the turnover. Once again, Ward.
We got a 3-on-1 here.
Grant finds McGann. She sets. She fires. Casey Baird the rebound. Ahead to Grip. Bartlett looking a little bit haggard. Baird. Oh, a rainbow.
Casey Baird for 3 points.
She hit 2 key baskets in the semifinal win over Bolingbrook that really brought her team back in at just about in the same time of the game, early in the first quarter, as she did here. Kylie Grant, one of the unsung heroes here. Cole, not a great outside shooter, but it doesn't matter when it goes down like that.
Can't end right from the L. It's a nice little shot for her.
Line drives it in, 13-8.
Almost uncontested.
Rising the rebound. Bartlett's legs look a little heavy, Darrell.
Yeah, and this has turned into a perimeter game, and when you're tired, your perimeter shot goes first.
Richwoods first out to a 7-point advantage as Cole finishes it off.
You got to stop that transition game.
Get it to Schrader, tough shot. Oh, kind roll.
That time they let her turn to her right. She's real good when she goes to her right.
22.4 points per game. Rising hit 2 big ones early. She gets one here. Hannah Rising opened this afternoon's game with 2 threes. An 8-point lead still with 2 minutes to play here in the first. Schrader. McGann to Ward. Looking to double it up on the score. Rising, same spot, same result. Boy, have the top-ranked Peoria Richwood Knights come out here in the opening 6 minutes and sent a message, 21-10.
Well, Hannah Rising knew that she's a player we said they had to watch this game. Must have seen our previews.
Towed it up and dropped it down.
Boy, she's had a couple of real nice shots. Good looks at the basket. They're not really up with a hand.
Bartlett forced to take the timeout, and that gives us an opportunity to take a look at Julius Bolton over there on camera 4. Hey, Julius celebrated yet another birthday while working on an IHSA broadcast. Julius is 24 years young. Hey, Julius, this way. You need to wave to all your fans, the IHSA TV network. Here is Peoria Richwoods championship game appearances in 91, falling to Elk Grove 50-33. 1983, a perfect 32-0 mark. That 56-43 win over Maria, and then in 84, one loss came in a championship game to York, 55-46, and that is Richwoods championship game history.
That was a big upset too. York, Lori Hudgens led them to that win for York.
We're looking to put a stamp here in 2005. Baird, another high arcing shot. Comes up short. McGann again ahead to Ward. Rising, same spot this time. Baird gets a hand on it. Well, they were going to the well once again.
Why not? It's been pretty good for them.
Back on February 2nd, the loss to Whitney Young. That was just a 2-pointer. Since then, it's been all clean. 20-1 in 2005. In fact, the 4 losses by Bartlett and Denise Sarna have come, 3 of those 4 losses have come to teams who are playing in the Elite 8.
And that game against Whitney Young was a big game at Bartlett. It was a big crowd.
Ward, a beautiful feed to Rising.
Doesn't she make it look easy?
It's the way a point guard is supposed to play. Richwoods fans don't like it. Peoria Richwoods, you want a streak? How about exactly 1 year? That's when Richwoods fell to Naperville Central right here at Redbird Arena in the quarterfinals. Really played the state champions tough that day. Since then, 37 ball games later, not a loss. Schrader gets a look. Baird went hard, forces the jump ball, and keeps the ball down at the south end of Redbird Arena. You know, as I'm looking, this is almost the biggest deficit we have had in any game here in this tournament.
I think it's probably going to get a little closer, though. You know, just looking around the arena, this is probably one of the biggest crowds for the final day that I've seen in a long time.
Oh, I agree. Bartlett will set an individual record in themselves. Baird, she can't shoot it much higher, and she's fouled. Is that worth 3? It is. You know, you mentioned that crowd, Darryl. And that's the Richwoods fans, and obviously being just about 30 miles away, they bring a ton. But Bartlett has filled up, what, 1, 2, 3.5 sections in the lower bowl, 2 more sections in the upper bowl, and if we look behind us, all the Whitney Young fans are sticking around for this one as well.
Well, they get their awards, and so that's nice.
Baird, the first of 3 free throws. Oh, this is fabulous to see this arena filled the way it is.
Well, that's what these kids deserve, because girls basketball in Illinois has been down a little bit as far as fan participation is, but they really deserve to be seen because this is quality basketball and team basketball.
Reaching up to the top here at Redbird Arena as Casey Baird toes the line once again. Boy, a 3rd free throw here would be huge. So Baird has a 3-pointer, toss in 3 free throws. She has 6 of the 13 points, the lead to 10. Pull inside going on Schrader, and Lindsay Schrader just picked up the personal foul.
Yeah, that was definitely a foul on Lindsay. She moved her body to try and get in front of her and did it out of anticipation, but Cole just went right to the basket. A little bit of lower body contact. You know, Bartlett tried to put on some pressure there, and I'm not sure that that's such a good situation for Bartlett because they're a little tired, it looks like. It could wear them out even more.
Now here in the first quarter, they've had a media timeout. They have also had a timeout called for themselves, looking to just gather their wind a little bit. Hey, how about Stephanie Cole? 6 points here early, comes in with a 7-point average. She's a factor offensively as Richwoods has stuck 25 points on the board here in the first quarter. Baird wants baseline.
I think this is the first game that Stephanie Cole's played that she has had a huge height advantage over some of these players.
Oh, little touch pass. How much prettier can it get? Oh, that is basketball. Cox will save it to Everson. Schrader has been quiet. Goes down hard. Ward launches. Oh, man. Had that gone, you may have seen the best played quarter ever in a girls' championship ball game. As it is, 27 points on the board for Peoria Richwoods.
And it would have counted.
This IHSA basketball broadcast is brought to you by Country Insurance and Financial Services. Real people, real answers, real quick. And by your Peoria, Chicagoland, and Northwest Indiana Chevrolet dealers.
All right, Dave, thanks a lot. We've done a very unscientific poll, and we think we found the oldest gentleman in the building. It's Tom O'Brien, 89 years young, from East St. Louis. Who are you here to see?
My granddaughter.
Who's that?
Hannah Rising.
This is the first time you've seen her play this year, isn't it?
That's right. That's right.
This is pretty exciting. You got to ride on the train and everything. Have you ever been to anything this exciting in 89 years?
Never. I've never been this excited. We're just happy.
Well, we're going to have to bring you back again. Tom's aunt just died in Ireland. She's 105. So you got a long way to go, fella.
Thank you kindly.
Tom, good to see you.
Good, thank you.
All right,
thank you.
Enjoy your night. Tom O'Brien, Hannah Rising's grandfather, made the trip, and he says this is the best thing he's seen in 89 years. I might have to agree with him, guys. This is pretty fun.
It is an amazing performance here by Richwoods to open up. Bianca Ward hitting the 3, her 8th point of the night. 30 points within the first 8.5 minutes of this game.
Well, Richwoods has been, they're just ready to come out. They're running the floor, transition, they're beating Bartlett down. and they're getting nice shots, open shots.
Now they get an inside attempt from Cole, but she walks first. Talk about a team playing with confidence, though. That is exactly what the Lady Knights from Peoria are doing.
Yeah, they certainly are. And when you have a point guard like Bianca Ward that can push the ball and create transition for you, you really have a huge advantage. That's second foul on Rising.
Very quickly, John Gross will get his reserve off the bench. Checking into the game will be Kim Knopp. She's a transfer from Bartlett Limestone.
Kim Knopp did a great job for them in the first game they played in the quarterfinals. Had 6 points and did a nice job off the bench.
Schrader struggling early. Ward, tough place to be, gets it to Cole. Ward open again.
Has a good weak side load from the high post, and Bianca Ward standing wide open. Their help defense is not rotating very fast.
Schrader strong inside, gets the roll. Second basket of the night for Schrader. The lead still doubled, 30-15. McGann wide open. That's money.
3-point basket for Megan McGann.
She's bagged a pair of those tonight. Acox just inside the stripe, well short.
Oh, Bianca Ward ran that perfectly. Stepped in the passing lane on that little save and stole that pass.
It's a 5-on-4 as Ward back to tie her shoe. Evison senses the advantage. Loose ball comes right back to her, and there's Cole with the block. Now it's Grandin Ward. Ward stops. Will not roll in. Bartlett really stunned here. And huge Bartlett contingent, somewhat quiet right now. Baseline Evison, again a Cole block. Acox cleans up the damage.
Well, Bartlett needs more girls to step up and start scoring. They can't just rely on Lindsay Schrader, and it looks like that's what they've done so far.
Acox would be the one they would look to. Touch foul out front by Aaron Griff. 4:47 left in the first half. It's a big lead for Richwoods. They'll head to their benches, and we'll head to a local break. From high atop Redbird Arena, you saw Lee Hall there in the first game. It is a huge lead by Richwoods, 33-17 over the Bartlett Hawks here in your 2005 AA State Championship ball game. Dave Bernhardt and Daryl Kipp along with you, and that young lady right there, we wish you a big IHSA TV network. Happy birthday to Stephanie Bondi. Stephanie keeps the score up to date for us, and she always assures the game doesn't start while you're watching commercials from our fine sponsors. Now, Stephanie's husband Dan and all of their kids are watching tonight's broadcast from Elgin, including the new twins. So happy birthday from the crew and your good friend Tom Bodette, who always calls to wish you well on your special day. Happy birthday, Stephanie. We got her with the card in front of her face. What is that all about?
All right, we had a rare miss. It's shooting percentage is at a torrid pace for Richwood. They're shooting around 60%, while Bartlett's only at about 26.
As Schrader misses once again. He's just 2 of 9 tonight. Acox. Schrader strong, hard, and count it.
That was just strength and determination by Lindsay Schrader.
Stephanie Cole may say a little bit too strong.
32 Hannah Rising.
Cole went flying with Get Schrader going up hard. Here she comes. Well, you see Stephanie Cole at 5 feet 11 inches tall go down like that. You can tell how strong Schrader is, who now has 7 points. The lead is 13. A little pivot move inside by Anna Pilley as John Gross has put a couple of reserves and he has a lead. Get some fresh legs out there. Anna Pilley is into the ball game wearing number 20. Number 11 is Rachel Waldschmidt.
Well, this game has turned really physical in the last couple times down the floor. John Gross wanted a foul on that, but didn't get it.
Natasha Robinson. Evison. Nice handwork there by Waldschmidt. Well, if this game stays this aggressive, to whose advantage is that?
Bartlett. Definitely Bartlett. The hand is part of the ball, but John says, why is the elbow and the forearm part of the ball too?
Right through the hands of Robinson. That's the 6th turnover for the Hawks. Richwoods has given it back just 2 times. Scoring leaders through the first quarter, Schrader 7, Baird 6. And on the other side, Hannah Rising once again big, but there's your balance. Ward and McGann with 8 apiece. Rising looking for more. Schrader just rips it away from everyone. Here comes Epson. First break the Hawks have had. Numbers against them, though, as Epson takes it all away, and she is hammered down.
Second foul on Cole. Comes again, if you watch those blocks, if she would block with her left hand, her body wouldn't make contact, and that's where she's getting the foul, down low on her body. Big girls need to learn to block with their left hand, mostly when a girl's a right-handed shooter. See how she turned her body and her hip went into her? Left-hand block, that would not happen.
Evans from the line this year. And point guard, you want them to be your solid free throw shooter? She is, 68%.
Well, Kim Epson's done a great job for them, and I think that she sees the floor well, she passes the ball well, and she can hit the shot.
Makes 1 of 2. She's just a junior. In fact, there is 1 senior on this entire Bartlett roster. That's Lindsay Schrader. In the lead, down to 12. Rising, tied up by Epson. What a great steal. She was a defensive presence in the semifinal win over Bolingbrook today as well. Schrader open, spots it, fires. Down she goes, and they will get Anna Pilley for the foul. 3 shots coming up.
You certainly don't want to do that when Lindsay Schrader is not a terrific outside shooter. You just want to let her shoot the ball and hope it doesn't go in.
Only 17 3-pointers on the season for Lindsay Schrader.
But she's a good free throw shooter.
81%.
Shooting 3.
Headed for the University of Notre Dame. Also headed the McDonald's All-American game played at Notre Dame.
She'll play with Muffin McGraw and Carol Owens, one of the outstanding players ever in the state of Illinois, who's an assistant coach there and is very, very good.
Of course, that's the Big East Conference. You talk about some teams in that Big East. The load is going to be heavy on Schrader.
Yeah, and we'll see how she does against UConn and Rutgers and some of those teams.
Another free throw here for Schrader can knock this lead underneath double digits. Here at 9, a difference of 9, 10 points for Schrader. And that brings the Bartlett fans back to their feet. Ward bumped by Epson right there on the baseline.
Yeah, she was held and hand-checked on that when she tried to go by, and they let her go a couple steps and then called it.
Bartlett fouls on 12. Kim Everson, her first personal 5th team foul. Bartlett is in the bonus.
Waldschmidt will take the entry pass.
Another hand check.
Grant has to be careful crossing over in front of Epson. Wins out the glass shot. Epson with the rebound, and right now the Hawks could make this a 7-point game or possibly closer with the deep one. Acox inside, strong to the glass. Will not go. Up strong
That's a travel.
and a travel. Lindsay Golovitz with the walk.
When she brought the ball down by her waist, that created the travel. She needed to keep the ball up and go right up to the basket again.
2:18 left here in the first half. That was an opportunity lost for the Lady Hawks from Bartlett.
Yeah, Richwoods is not getting the same shots they got at the beginning of the game.
Ward working on Epson. So get a great pass inside. Strong rebound by Rising, and foul will go against Bartlett.
This game is turning very, very physical.
Lindsay Golovitz gets the foul. You'll look at it here. It wasn't on the first one. It was on the rebound. Number 23, Golovitz. Rising. This is a three.
They jump backwards on the shot instead of going straight up.
Schrader does not have the numbers. Hesitation move. Baird. Schrader just out-muscles two of her teammates for it. Epson wants three. She gets her own board. And Bartlett really starting to put the muscle on here. Nice pass inside to Waycox. She's going to shoot two. It looks as though Bartlett has gotten their feet underneath them a little bit here in this quarter. And Megan McGann not excited with the turn of events down here in the lane.
Well, the game has turned from one of flow into one of physical.
Team foul.
And that's an advantage Bartlett.
Free throws coming up for Aycox, a 59% free throw shooter. Knob replacing Rising. 2 fouls on Cole, 2 on Rising. Nobody in foul trouble for Bartlett. Misses both, and once again, the Hawks fail on an opportunity to cut into a 9-point Richwoods lead.
Easy down here! Easy! Easy!
Behind the back work by Ward. Smaller lineup on the floor for John Gross's club here. Ward finds the hole. Great rebound inside by Kim Knopf. Great position inside. Back to double digits. Under a minute to play.
This is a big possession for Bartlett. If they get a little momentum here, if they get a basket or a couple of free throws.
Baird steps in and Grant. Now keeps it alive. Here's Schrader.
Crowd wanted to travel, but if you don't get up, it's not a travel.
In and out for Schrader on a 3. Loose ball to Epson. Clock winding down here in the first half. Schrader strong. To the line goes Lindsay Schrader. She's 4 of 4 free throwing tonight.
Say Lindsay Schrader just muscles her way to the basket here.
She has those strong shoulders, so you get close to her, she will initiate contact.
You need to keep her from going to her right at all times, and they're not doing that much now.
You made that point early in the game. A couple early times she was going to her left and really struggled. Billy in for McGann. It's John Gross.
It's the 3rd Richwoods player with 2 fouls.
McGann will not play the final 12 seconds. Once again, Schrader hits 2. She has 12 points. Difference is 7. Ward with the clock winding down. Schrader the rebound. She will not have time to get it off. Well, we go to halftime, 35-28 in favor of Peoria Richwoods. And if you're a Richwoods fan, you're happy because you have the 7-point lead. If you're a Bartlett fan, you're thrilled because you were on the verge of absolutely being blown out of this game early.
Yeah, they came back nice, and they came back on their defense. The tempo of the game has completely changed from an offensive flow into a defensive strategy game, and it's gotten so much more physical in the last 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. It's to Bartlett's favor.
Lee Hall standing by with John Gross.
All right, John Gross is with me. Coach, 17-point lead there. The shots were going down for you early.
Yeah, and then we lost our composure a little bit. We quit hustling there. We got in a little foul trouble. We've can't make mistakes like that. They're too good a shooting team. We let them back in the ball game. So now we got our work cut out for us. Got to come out and do it again.
The guys were saying it seemed like the game got a little bit more physical there in the second quarter.
Way too physical for what our kids want to do. Instead of playing with them and continuing to run the ball like we were, we started pushing and shoving, and they got the second one. They got us.
All right, good luck to you, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, Dave, back to you.
A 17-point lead has shrunk to 7, but yet it's the top-ranked Richwoods Knights on top here at halftime in the girls' AA state championship. Halftime of the championship game means it's time to honor the 3rd and 4th place teams, and for that, let's go to our public address announcer once again, Jeff Ritson.
Clinton, Mike Kelly of Carlinville, Terrence Martin of Rock Island, and Dr. Jim Quaid of Oak Park Fenwick, and Gray Bradley of Mount Zion. Presenting the 3rd place medallions will be Dr. Catherine Flanagan, assisted by Dr. Quaid. Presenting the 4th place medallions will be Greg Bradley, assisted by Joe Schlender. At this time, please meet the Raiders of Bolingbrook, who finished the 2004-2005 season in 4th place with a final record of 29 wins, 4 losses. First meet the superintendent of Bolingbrook High School, Dr. Philip Shostall. Principal, Dr. Hillen Sinholtz. Athletic Director, Larry Bernard. Head Coach, Anthony Smith. Assistant Coach, Carter Larry. Assistant Coach, Matt Munker. Manager, Jasmine Lyons. Manager, Jasmine Wilson. Manager, Melissa Smith. And now meet the Raiders players. Number 10, Matina Binkley. Number 12, Kia Rose. Number 14, Nicole Vaught. Number 20, Janisha Gerald. Number 22, Brittany Thomas. Number 24, Shanina Jenkins. Number 30, Camille Ramsey. Coach Samantha Cartwright. Scorekeeper Matt Urban. Camille Buckner. Taylor Snyder. And number 55, Leslie Dishman.
Floor being swept here at halftime as Richwoods holding on to the 7-point lead after leading by 17. We welcome you back to Redbird Arena. Along with Daryl Kipp, I'm Dave Bernhardt. Thanks for joining us here this evening. Daryl, as we take a look at first half statistics, and almost incredible as you take a look at Bartlett shooting under 30%, yet they are in the game.
Well, they made a lot of free throws, and Lindsay Schrader in particular has been getting to the free throw line. Second chance points on free throws are really helping them. Bartlett was slow and lethargic at the beginning of the game, and they started to pick it up, and then defensively they just got much more physical and has completely turned the game around. Richwoods isn't used to this kind of physical game.
23-15 rebound advantage belonging to Bartlett. Only 3 turnovers, however, for the Knights, and that's a plus for them.
Yeah, they got some turnover, not too many, but they also got a lot of fast break points in transition, and that's one of the things that Peoria does very well. And if Bartlett's going to be tired in the second half, especially trying to come back, that will really going to help Peoria.
Leading scorers in this this game. 6 of Lindsay Schrader's points coming from the free throw line. Casey Baird with 8. On the other side, Hannah Rising had 9 points, hit a couple of threes in succession. Ward and McGann with 8 apiece, and I believe those are the exact same numbers that we gave you early in the second quarter, which means Rising, McGann, and Ward did not score in the final 7 minutes of that quarter. So you take a look at leading scorers in this contest, you take a look at the people that we expected to see there.
Right, well, there was a forearm put on Bianca Ward wherever she went, and it was allowed. And if that's the kind of thing that's going to happen the rest of the game, it's a big advantage. Kim Ebsen was just all over her.
Well, it's interesting to see what the coaches will do at halftime to make the adjustment to see whether they will adjust to a more physical game or if they feel it's going to get back to the way it was in the first quarter.
Right, it was much more flowing in the beginning of the game. There wasn't much contact, and then Bartlett really started picking it up and really started being physical.
Highlights and more coming up next year at halftime of the state championship ball game. But first, this local timeout.
And we are back at Redbird Arena. 35-28 our halftime score. Richwoods the lead here over Bartlett, but Coach, your girls really showed a lot of intestinal fortitude and fought back there in the second quarter.
Oh, we had a shaky start, jittery, bad defense, and they were on fire. So first quarter not so good. Second quarter we picked it up a little bit. Hopefully we can keep it going second half.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot. Dave, back to you.
A look at the first half highlights here. It's obviously in the early going it was all Richwoods, but Morgan Acox, young sophomore for Bartlett, got things rolling for the Hawks. But Megan McGann, she gets her feet set, she bottoms it out. She had a big first half with 8 points. Hannah Rising, that looks like a replay from the semifinal game. Here's a replay, different part of the floor. Rising again, she had 9 points in the first half. Here's Lindsay Schrader, 12 points. Inside. One of her few points she was actually able to get on the inside paint. We're ready to start the second half, but first we will move aside. You're watching the IHSA Television Network. Peoria Richwoods 16 points away from a state championship and an undefeated season now. How many undefeated state champions have we had? Well, there's 6 of them right there. In fact, the first one in 1977, Sterling finishing 21-0, the most recent in 2003, Naperville Central's perfect 35-0, and of course in 83, Richwoods had that feat performed, and Bianca Ward will start the second half, encouraging her team to match that 83 club.
Well, Richwoods finished the half out with 3 starters on the bench, and that was a little bit of help for Bartlett. That contributed to their run there, but they're back in the game now. They all have 2 fouls.
Schrader gets her 10th rebound of this game. Golovitz inside with the offensive rebound. 2 free throws coming up, and that came right in front of the Richwoods fans, and they were none too happy about that.
Well, she had her hand straight up in the air, and the call was made for bad. It's hard to understand how that happened.
Bianca Ward picks up her second foul. So 4 starters for Richwoods have 2 fouls apiece. Golovitz, an 83% free throw shooter this year. Out of 63 free throws, she has made 52. Well, that is a rare miss indeed. The 11th rebound for Schrader, and gets 2.
You got to block her out on those free throws. That's just a that'll drive Coach Ghost nuts over there.
Hawks come away with something. Again, he thought about it. So will Grant. She'll act upon it. McGann tracks it down. Big first half for McGann as well. That's her 7th rebound. Schrader, a 2-on-1.
Here's going right to the basket.
Gets her own board. And a block by Cole. No whistle. And now it's the Bartlett fans' turn to be upset.
Lindsay didn't go up to the basket. She jumped away, and that's why there was no foul on that.
The turnover leads to nothing for Bartlett. The lead remains at 7. Ward looking to take Epson off the dribble. McGann pounds the ball to the floor, and Schrader gets the block.
And that was a good block with the left hand. Kept her body away and didn't create the foul.
Here's a good look at it right here.
See the left hand instead of the right? That's how you block shots.
Rising, backing in on Acox.
See, that's a big advantage. If you can get Schrader outside on Cole, then Acox is going to have a hard time inside with Hannah Rising.
2 minutes gone in the second half. Girls AA state championship battle. Epson has not had one of those tonight. Once again, Golovitz goes up strong and it's blocked again. Well, you have to give credit to Lindsay Golovitz inside. She has been fighting, hasn't anything to show for it though.
Well, Cole's got those long arms, and she just stood there with her hands up in the air, and Golovitz has just put the ball right into her hand.
Stephanie Cole, one of 3 starters that played in the state tournament last year. McGann and Ward are the others. Played for head coach Terry Quilty. John Gross was an assistant last year. Schrader looking ahead to Baird. To Schrader. She's not a three-point shooter, and she knew it as soon as she released it. Here's Baird. Check that. Here's Ward.
Nice no-look pass.
And for the second time in the tournament, we've had a ball stuck on that rim. This one's on the left side. Earlier in the tournament, it was stuck on the right.
That ball was actually blocked as it went up.
Okay, now how are we going to do this? The old broom. Well, that person is not as good as the one we had in the previous game that happened. This guy made it. So 32 of 34 games, there's your leading scorer for Bartlett. 26 times he's topped the Hawks in rebounding.
You know, Golovitz over here, she's a good three-point shooter. You got to take that away from him.
Another block inside by Cole.
That was
Ward to Cole.
Another foul on Hannah Rising. That's her third.
This championship game is not one for the weak or meek.
Hannah Rising, her third personal, second team foul.
As Richwoods has done in this tournament, they are keeping their opponent at arm's length.
Well, Richwoods did a good job of beating him down the floor, but missed a layup and then came after it on the second attempt.
Everybody's standing now for the Hawks. Baird to Ward.
This is trouble right here for Bartlett.
That was probably the best that Denise Sarna and her Lady Hawks could have hoped for, was a foul to send Ward to the line.
And she fouled her before she went to the shot, so they were going to get the ball out of the
Better yet, a timeout on the floor. It comes with 4:39 to play in the third quarter. Richwoods has boosted their halftime lead by 2 points, 39-30. Lady Knights, as we take a break, a local break.
And we are back. 4:39 left in the third. 39-30 Richwoods. Bartlett was down 17 early, but these fans over here have not given up. What's your name?
Mike McGuire.
Mike is the whiz, just like from Seinfeld. You've been firing this crowd up, running up and down the aisle.
Yeah, we think it's a crowd game. More we get the crowd into it. We were down 17 before. We were only down 7 at the half after getting everybody into it.
And I found one of the biggest ballerinas in town. What's your name, honey?
I'm Kevin Zademan.
Kevin is going to be a TV announcer someday. I don't think you better wear that.
No, they won't let me wear that. I'll have to get a nice suit like you got on the side.
All right. Bartlett wants to wear the other crown here tonight. Back to you.
They have had so much fun in Bartlett with this entire tournament run. They trail by 9. Again, one of her few misses. Look at Richwoods get back. 4 white jerseys back immediately. Schrader, nice little jump pass inside. Golovitz again. Finally ending up in the hands of the Lady Knights and Hannah Rising.
Hey, you mentioned the fun of the town. When your town gets involved, that really makes things special.
Cole on for the easy one, and Epson is down.
Epson's hurt her ankle.
Right in the middle of the lane. You know, speaking of Bartlett, Bartlett High School in the village of Bartlett would like to invite the community, students, and staff to Bartlett High School Gymnasium tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. to celebrate the Bartlett High School girls varsity basketball team's success in the IHSA Class AA tournament. There you see Epson go down.
Yeah, everybody in town should be there because this is quite something for these girls. I think when I was coaching and getting down here regularly, I thought every girls team should have a chance to get down here. It's an experience that the whole town feels, all the kids in the school, and it just makes your school such a better place to be.
If you want more information, visit www.bhsboosters.org. And that's not a good sign right there. We'll see if we can catch it here.
Kim Ebsen's a major player.
Oh, she
Bartlett
got it caught up with Lindsay Schrader. Boy, yeah, this would be, you know, devastating is too strong of a word, but boy, would this be tough. Very, very tough. If Bartlett will lose Ebsen here. There's a smile, you have to like that. We still have a couple of tournaments to go, a lot of spring action coming up. So where can you get all your information? Right there at www.ihsa.org. Information on teams, detailed stats, and of course for the girls and boys tournaments that are going to be coming up, all sorts of team previews, everything you want to know. IHSA.org.
Hey, Kim's going to have to go over to the Whitney Young and borrow one of those ankle braces.
I was thinking that very thing.
Now, some people just do not like to play with them, and unless you get taped in the ankle brace too, it's not a huge help, but it is a help.
Somewhat lost in that ankle problem for Ebsen is an 11-point Richwoods lead. Now Hillary Epps will enter the ballgame along with Aaron Griff. Schrader knows it's up to her now. Offensive foul.
And it was.
Lindsay Schrader, her second personal foul. Second team foul of the half on Bartlett.
3.5 to play in the third quarter.
That's an easy call for the referees. When there's a lot of people on the ground, you got to look around to find Schrader because she's probably caused it.
Grant has Ward wide open on the left wing. If she finds her, there she is. Cole can't convert off the feed from Ward.
That was a beautiful dish.
She made it look easy. Epps to track it down at half court. Baird will have to step up as well. Look for Acox, instead the turnover. And Ebsen coming off the bench, heading to the scorer's table.
Got to give Bianca Ward credit for that last pass. We worked with her all summer. She plays on our summer team, and we worked on her on wraparound passes. She used to like to throw the ball over the top all the time, but she's not the tallest girl in the world. Wraparounds and little bounce passes and drop-offs, and that was just a beautiful wraparound pass.
Her coach, John Gross, had said, you know, she added a lot to what she did last year. She really was sparkling last year, and again, she's a unanimous all-stater as a sophomore, as Kim Ebsen comes back into the game for Bartlett.
And she was our leading scorer in the national tournament we went to last summer. She has improved tremendously.
Rising walk, spinning. Right about now, figure the Lady Hawks have to make a little bit of a move. Down by 11, they trailed by 7 at the half after trailing by 17 points in the first half.
And it's a good sign Ebsen's back in the ball game for Bartlett. And she's moving pretty well.
Inside to Acox, it won't go down. Wants another chance, clear space for herself, but travels. Peoria Richwoods tonight has 9 blocks. Now that's a AA title game record. The previous record set by Immaculate Heart of Mary in 1987 with 8. So
Michelle Savage probably had all of those.
You know, 11 blocks in this tournament total is also a record. Naperville Central had 10, or 11 blocks total in this game. A record. Naperville Central and New Trier combined for 10 last year. We've been stuck on this score for a couple of minutes, 41-30. Schrader, that's in her range. Ebsen just waited coming to her. Baird to Acox. Ebsen open. She's due for one. Yet another offensive rebound. Schrader into the hands of Ward. I don't think Ebsen can catch her here.
It's a breakaway.
Bianca Ward has 12 points to lead up to 13. Acox, nice little pull-up.
Bartlett really needed that to stop this run.
Cole with that two-handed high over the head pass. Again, the air cast on that right leg. Ward in no real hurry here as we approach 1 minute in the third quarter. Grant biding her time. Boy, Barrett nearly got a reach in there. Again, back to Grant. Finally, the foul. That was, that was not a desperation foul, but a frustration foul in terms of there was nothing happening.
Yeah, and it was pretty far away from the basket.
For his third personal.
If we take a look at some of the shooting numbers for Bartlett, horrible. 10 of 45 from the field. That's just 22%. Kim Epson, 1 of 11. Lindsay Schrader, just 4 of 17.
And that hasn't improved since halftime. It was a little bit better than that at half, and it's gone down.
Yet it's only an 11-point difference on the board.
That's because of second chance points and free throws.
14 second chance points for Bartlett to go along with 10 free throws. Epson picks the pocket of Grant. They'd like to get it underneath double digits here. Epson going strong. Again, looking up the floor on the bounce to Grant. Baird goes hard, and Kylie Grant flails around at Casey Baird.
And that was bordering on an intentional foul. Was she going for the basketball or not?
Casey Baird, second personal, fifth team foul. Kylie Grant behind the Richwoods shooting 2.
Officials right there as Kylie Grant will go to the line for 2 free throws. It's been that kind of a game, though.
Kylie Grant's been an awful good free throw shooter throughout the entire tournament.
She had clutch free throws in today's semis. Schrader with her 16th rebound. Final 10 seconds of the third quarter. Off balance, tough.
That's not the kind of shot Lindsay Schrader needs to take.
14,
Patrice Gully will come in for Grant.
I think this is the first tournament appearance for Gully.
Indeed it is. And Rachel Waldschmidt will just let that clock wind down. Richwoods has taken a 7-point halftime lead. They have stretched it to 12. The Lady Knights are 8 minutes away from claiming an undefeated state championship. Stay right there. We crown a state championship in 8 minutes. Happy 5th birthday to Stephen Joseph Bannock. Stephen's the son of Lisa and Jeff Bannock. Now, Jeff's one of the producers on our broadcast. Stephen had a big bowling party today with many of his friends up in Homewood.
Take me out to the night, yeah. Take
And after that party, he's now home enjoying our basketball telecast. So happy birthday, Stephen. Birthday number 5.
And
Peoria Richwoods starting with the ball in the fourth quarter.
We've got Bianca Ward out of the game for a short rest, and it probably will be very short.
Rachel Waldschmidt will control it. Patrice Gully getting extended time here in the fourth quarter. The feed from Waldschmidt to Rising, and she loses it out of bounds. Once again, we'd like to remind you Bartlett fans at Bartlett High School in the village of Bartlett would like to invite the community, students, and staff to the Bartlett High School Gymnasium tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. to celebrate the Bartlett High School girls varsity basketball team's success in this IHSA Class AA state tournament. Please visit www.bhsboosters.org for more information. Here's Latrice Gully. Once again, Richwoods getting back on defense. Schrader. A walk. Lindsay Schrader said to play in this game has been her dream since her freshman year. We look at the third quarter stats, 10 of 47. Get your calculators out. That is 21% for the Hawks.
Not real good. This should be the dream of every high school girls basketball player in Illinois to play here.
The stage doesn't get any bigger. Here's Epson on the run out. Chance for three.
That's 4 fouls on Hannah Rising.
Where's that sore ankle now? Look at Epson run the floor.
And she blocked with her right hand.
You're going to put a clinic tape together on this.
Well, that was just an ill-advised foul. There was no reason to try to swing at that ball. She made it. She made it. She was way ahead of her. They could take Hannah out of the game now for a while.
Two people at the scorer's table for Richwoods.
If I was Coach Gross, I wouldn't want to play any time without her.
There's a turnover. Waldschmidt didn't see Epson.
Here's another transition opportunity.
Nice feed to Aycox.
They need Bianca Ward back in the game immediately.
John Gross is not even going to wait for the next dead ball. He takes a timeout to do that very thing. We're not done yet. We'll catch our breath. You watch these local messages. Last week, she was the belle of the ball. Erin Schutz and friends stepped out in style to attend the Homewood Flossmoor Turnabout Dance. But this week, Erin is back in the trenches as graphics producer for our broadcast, along with the lovely Tara Kilmer. Erin transforms game stats to graphics. We welcome you back, Erin.
Well, Hannah Rising had to take a seat on the bench now, and that's going to hurt them inside. Richwoods has decided to go with 3 guards. Usually they go with 2 guards, but now they've got 3 in the ballgame.
Ward is back in. You have Waldschmidt and Grant manning the guard positions along with Ward. Hold them again, or your inside players. Turnover. A chance to cut into an 8-point lead with 6 minutes to play. Big trip here for the Hawks. Looking for an opening in the zone. Aycox, that would have been the 10th block of the game. Instead, it's 2 free throws from Morgan Aycox, who missed a couple earlier.
Richwoods foul is on number 11, Rachel Waldschmidt. That's her first personal.
Morgan Aycox, a 5'10" sophomore.
I just mentioned that Richwoods had gone with 3 guards because of the foul on Rising, and Aycox is an inside player being guarded by a smaller guard, and Bartlett went immediately right to her. There's nothing she could do but foul.
Rising is at the scorer's table, replacing Waldschmidt. A free throw here will get Bartlett as close as they have been since the first quarter. It's a 6-point game. A long time to go, and the Bartlett fans are hopping in Redbird Arena. Grant penetrates, knocks it down.
That was her first basket in a while.
She has 5 points tonight. They've taken the baseline away from Baird. She has loved that here in the tournament. Schrader creates space and knocks it down.
Let her go to her right. She's tough when she goes to her right.
16 points, 16 rebounds for the All-Stater. Ward. Baird the rebound, a chance to cut into a 6-point lead. Aycox has Cole on here. Casey Baird, too strong. McGann tied up. Possession goes to Bartlett.
Bartlett possession.
TV timeout. That was just a lapse by McGann. She had the ball and didn't really chin the ball and get to the outside.
With the score 46-40, we remind you that this IHSA basketball broadcast is brought to you by Country Insurance and Financial Services. Real people, real answers, real quick. And by your Peoria, Chicagoland, and Northwest Indiana Chevrolet dealers.
All right. Thanks a lot. We're in with the Richwoods crowd. It's down to 6. Are you getting nervous?
Not at all. We've been up the entire game. I'm not nervous at all. I know we got this game.
All right, we need to. Richwoods is hanging on here, but just barely. Crowd's still confident, but it's a 3-point game, guys.
Benson, a big 3 by Kim.
I was going to say, if they're not nervous, they will be now. McGann, hard offense. And look at the crowd on the Bartlett side. They are going wild. Down by 17 in the first quarter. John Gross, he came here with Bartonville Limestone back in 1992. He had a perfect record at that time, 32-0, losing in the final seconds of play to Chicago Marshall. Acox, tough shot over Cole. Schrader may have gone over the back.
And that loss to Chicago Marshall was a last-second layoff by Landon Miller on 2 passes and a layup, and they lost the game, lost the state championship. So John's got to be thinking, why I got to do this right this time.
We said John's first year as the head coach at Peoria Richwoods, 26 years as the boss over at Bartonville Limestone, a 544 and 168 record there. He was an assistant last year for Terry Quilty here at Richwoods. Nearly the turnover.
Well, Richwoods needs to get a quality shot here from one of their quality players.
That's trying to get a 5-second count, didn't get it. Again, steps up. Schrader, rebound number 17. Very relaxed looking point guard here for Bartlett, form Kim Ebsen. Penetrates. This one went out of bounds off the hands of Schrader.
Yeah, Schrader creates scores. There's nobody taking care of Schrader on the shot. Somebody needs to check her out, or she's going to get every rebound.
There's your rising star, Hannah Rising, who was scoreless in the quarterfinal win over Fenwick. Big this afternoon and 11 points here tonight. Ward in a little bit too strong. So Richwoods has gone a little bit cold here, opening the door for Bartlett with 3:10 to play. The 2005 state championship up for grabs right now. Schrader, the All-American, looking for Acox inside. So does Griff.
They just let her go right to the basket.
Instead, the turnover. 2-on-1. Ward leads it to Grant. A big 2.
Big steal.
A 4-point turnaround makes it a 5-point game. Baird hits the baseline. Too strong. Acox goes up. Fouled. Shoots 2 with 2.5 left.
I think that's going to be on Cole. That would be her 4th.
Talk about a big basket coming off a turnover. Ward, it was just a matter of time when she was going to give it up. Her 3rd. Kylie Grant finishes. Acox had 2 key free throws moments ago.
Every time Bartlett penetrates to the baseline and drives the baseline, the Richwoods zone should drop because they're getting those little passes right in the middle, and that's where they're getting their baskets. The guards need to drop in there and clog up that middle.
1 of 2 for Acox. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. A 4-point difference in a state championship game. Richwoods trying to become an undefeated state champion. Top ranked Bartlett, number 7 in the final regular season poll. That matters not a bit right now. Peoria Richwoods very content right now to dictate the pace.
Bartlett's not putting a lot of pressure on the outside.
Ooh, nearly a clean pick. It was a foul right here in front of us, but oh, what great timing by Epson, man.
She came from the blind side. Bianca kind of turned her back and came from the blind side, didn't see her coming.
Denise Sarna didn't like it. 1-1.
I don't want to say anything right now about Bianca's free throws.
Kip Evison just picked up her 4th foul.
That's another. We talked about her free throws just before this game.
We're under 2 minutes to play. Evison hit a big 3 just a little while ago. Schrader wants 3, comes up short. Casey Baird again. Possession to Bartlett.
Now Lindsay took that 3, and that's where you like her on the perimeter, even though she might make it. She's not there to rebound.
Now they switch the arrow, and that is correct. The last held ball did go to Bartlett. I was a little bit surprised when we looked over, and the arrow had not been switched. Now it is.
Is that Bud Herbig over there that changed that?
It might have been. Great interview with Lee Hall and Bud during our afternoon session today.
Well, he says he's not coming down here next year, but I'll bet he's here.
Yeah, he was kind of hedging on that a little bit as well during the interview. Ward has all day as far as she's concerned. Just about time here for Bartlett to come out a little bit tighter. Richwoods has shown throughout this tournament that they can handle this exact situation.
Well, Richwoods is a very good free throw shooting team, so Bartlett's probably going to have to foul unless they can create a turnover here.
Schrader thought she had a clean pick. That's her 4th. So Evison and Schrader with 4 fouls each. For Bartlett, you say, well, it's late in the game. How much can that matter? But it matters as to who can do the fouling.
Right, and that looked like a clean pick, but referees are going to call that about 90% of the time.
Denise Sarna calls a timeout for Bartlett to set up the final 63 seconds. Grant will go to the free throw line following this timeout. Let's listen in to Denise Sarna in the Bartlett huddle.
We need quick shots. It doesn't matter to me if it's a 2 or a 3, whatever shots we're taking. We are making sure that we're getting the boards. Defensively, then, we are going for the steals. I want you to go for the steal. I want you to deny. But we've got to stop them by having better shots. So, deny, go for the steal, and be a foul. It's all right. We'll put it at the line.
Get involved. Good passing. We have 2 timeouts.
I don't know if I've seen John Gross worked up about anything this week, and I don't know if that I've seen Denise Sarna with anything but a smile on her face. Very quickly, let's go to Lee Hall.
Okay, Dave, doing a little eavesdropping there. John Gross just going over the finer points of the 4 corners, what he wants his girls to do to pick and screen and tell the forwards to be ready just in case they need them. We've seen a lot of the great Peoria, Manual, and Central teams run that 4 corners, and that's what he was looking for out of his team. I don't think he was looking for that.
Did the timeout in time? Yes, they did. Epson went down, and you could see that she went down awkwardly and banged up that ankle once again.
Yeah, she was grimacing right away.
Yep.
That was a huge free throw. That would have made it a 3-possession game. Now it's only a 2 if they can hit a couple threes. So it gives Bartlett a big advantage, and Bartlett got the possession back.
Now that's the final timeout for Bartlett. That's significant because here in the state finals, you get 3 timeouts, no 30-second timeouts. Of course, you pick up the TV timeouts every quarter. Here's how things are looking. As we said, Bartlett out of timeouts. Richwoods still has 2. Richwoods will be in the bonus. The possession arrow belonging to Bartlett. Well, if you enjoyed this ball game, get ready because we have 2 more weekends for you. Coming up next week, we go to Peoria. The boys take center stage in Carver Arena. The Class A tournament coming your way Friday, March 11th. And again, the championships with the semifinals and state championships on Saturday, March 12th. And if that's not enough, a week after that, the boys AA goes to Peoria. The 18th and 19th state champions crowned in the month of March. Who will the girls AA champs? Congratulations to Rock Island Alleman for claiming that Class A title. This one is still to be decided. 50-44. Richwoods the lead. Bartlett the ball and 57 seconds left.
Well, no one's left.
Schrader will look to create. Leans in. She was looking for more than just the basket. She was looking for a foul as well. Grip the rebound. Schrader. Short again. Baird. Can't get there. Which way are we going? Staying at this end. Clock at 40.
It's almost imperative to hit a 3 right now.
We heard Denise Sarnas say she didn't care, but now I think she does.
They need to guard the perimeter.
Schrader's looking to get 3 the old-fashioned way. Acox stops the clock with 32 seconds left and 2 free throws coming her way.
And that is Cole's 4th foul. The foul, Coach Gross really doesn't want her to commit there, so they'd rather give her the basket and let the clock run, especially with no timeouts.
Acox tonight, 3 of 6 from the line. It's close to her season's average of 59%. A 5-point lead.
And Bartlett's definitely going to put on a lot of pressure right here trying to steal the inbounds. Richwoods has 2 timeouts left if they get caught.
The difference is 4. No pressure in the backcourt. Bartlett fans begging for it. Grip is a person who could foul. She has some fouls to give. Remember, Schrader has 4 fouls. They've got to get her. And finally, Baird does. Bianca Ward to the line. A 1-and-1.
They let way too much time run off the clock on that, and not putting pressure up the floor was a mistake.
They lost, what, 15 seconds off the clock.
Right, they could have fouled like immediately if they'd have got the ball.
Ward has had games of 15 points, 17, and now 14 points prior to this free throw, and that's a huge one. Not too happy along that Lady Hawk bench. Kid Epson, her ankle keeping her out of this final 17 seconds. The lead extended to 6. Somebody has to launch here. Griff will put it up. Schrader with the basket.
Don't even have to bring the ball inbounds.
And that is a state championship for the Peoria Richwoods Lady Knights. A perfect 38-0 season.
That's the final of Richwoods has won the 2005 Class AA State Championship. And please remain in the stand. We'll have a presentation with team individual awards momentarily.
We go down on the floor to Lee Hall.
Well, Coach, a 17-point lead there in the first half, and it got awful nerve-wracking down toward the finish.
It's never easy. I'm just very, very happy for the kids. They did it. We ran the table. Who would have thought it? But, you know, that was our goal all year. They thought they could do it. They did it.
Were there shades of 1992 dancing in your head there toward the end?
No, we were down about 17 that one and came back. So, no, this was a very different game.
Tell me about this team, Coach. A team greater than the sum of its parts, perhaps.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, not just the way they play on the floor, it's just everything about them. The way they've gotten along, the way they've handled themselves on and off the court, through all the adversity, through everything. I can't say enough about them. I'm very proud of them. They did a great job.
Bianca Ward makes 4 of 4 free throws down the stretch. She led your team all night.
Yeah, I mean, that's Bianca, though. I mean, she doesn't know she's a sophomore. I mean, she just comes out and plays and does her best, and that's all we can ask of.
What does this mean to you personally after so many years at Limestone and getting another chance?
It means everything. I mean, I'm ready to come back and do it all over again next year, and I think we can.
There you go. All right, John Gross, thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you guys very much.
All right, Bianca Ward is our country insurance player of the game. Girlfriend, you took that game in your hands and you had it.
Thank you. I'm just happy.
Tell me about the run this team made all year long. People were shooting at you, and you come out and you run the table.
I mean, we done been through all the obstacles. I mean, we came together as a team, so, I mean, it's just exciting. I mean, to win the championship undefeated, I mean, it's very exciting.
We've all marveled this weekend at the play of sophomores. You're another one of them. Come down here and you just got ice water flowing through your veins out there.
I mean, it's just playing Richwoods basketball, you know. It's fun. It's exciting.
It's been a little up and down for you too. Some games you haven't been able to play. You've been out because of eligibility stuff, and this has to be extra sweet for you tonight.
It's very exciting. Man, I can't even explain the feeling. It's just exciting.
You were doing some rapping the other day at the, or something. You were doing some kind of microphone work. Do you have any of that for us tonight?
Yeah. Richwoods is the best dog. We can't be beat. Holla at us at STATE, because that's where we going to be. Us losing, no. Richwoods, what we is, 38 and no. Yeah.
All right, girlfriend, way to go. All right, back to you.
All right, Bianca Ward has it going in more ways than one. 38-0, what an impressive performance in tonight's game. We'll focus on tonight right now, Darryl, as we see the two teams lining up. But once again, they hold off a charge. It wasn't as if Richwoods really allowed Bartlett to come back. Bartlett did come back, but yet, once again, the strength of this team was exhibited by being able to keep their poise.
And I think they were a little bit less tired than Bartlett. I think Bartlett was a little more tired. I think Lindsay Schrader was tired. You could tell that from her shot, and it made a huge difference. They were able to get out on transition, if you look at the transition points, and beat Bartlett down the floor for several layups. And, of course, Bianca Ward is the key to all that.
Let's go to Jeff Richmond for the awards.
Assistant coach Jill Bergman. Assistant coach Joe Santos. Assistant coach Joe Ziegler. Trainer Nikki Micarelli. Video coordinator Steve Fuchs. Manager Kelly Carmody. Green Dennison. And now meet the players. Number 12, Kim Evison. Number 15, Jamie Jara. Number 20, Hillary Apps. Number 21, Aaron Griff. Number 22, Stephanie Golovics. Number 23, Lindsay Golovics. Number 24, Lindsay Schrader. Number 25, Morgan Acox. Number 31, Natasha Robinson. Number 32, Gail Kramer. And number 34, Casey Baird. At this time, please meet the Lady Knights of Richwoods, who finished the 2004-2005 season in first place with a final record of 38 wins and no losses. First meet the Deputy Superintendent of Richwoods High School, Ken Hinton. Principal John Messenger. Athletic Director Diane Pettit. Head Coach John Gross. Assistant Coach Ralph Gallo. Assistant Coach Todd Hersey. Assistant Coach Tom McGee. Manager Jolene Wells. And now meet the Lady Knights, number 3, Bianca Ward. Number 11, Rachel Waldschmidt. Number 12, Alex Starks. Number 13, Stephanie Cole. Number 14, Latrice Gully. Number 15, Kim Knob. Number 20, Anna Pilley. 21, Elizabeth Sinclair. 22, Kate Clark. 23, Jewel Sanders. 24, Kylie Grant. Number 30, Jack Richmond. '31, Kara Shoemaker. 32, Hannah Rising. 33, Megan McGann. And now will Coach Sarna and the captains of Bartlett High School please step forward to receive the second place trophy. And the captains of Richwoods, please step forward to receive the first place trophy.
With the nets on top of it. Peoria Richwoods, perfect 38-0, 52-48, your final score here in the 2005 state championship game. More coming up here from Redbird Arena, but first we'll pause for this network break, followed by a local break. Into the record books it goes, your 2005 state champions, Peoria Richwoods, 52-48, your final score. You can add their name to this record list. Undefeated state champions, 38-0. It may be a long time before anybody can think about exceeding that. You'll notice there's only one school that has performed this feat twice, and that is the Lady Knights in 2005, and once again in 1983. A little bit short of spring. Normal, Illinois, and Redbird Arena beckons Illinois basketball fans. Skill and training bought the ticket to get here, but the dream was the vehicle. That dream created the desire, the determination, and the passion. While living in a fast-paced world, we often miss the pleasure of the moment, the chance to realize the dream of playing in a championship game. The opportunity to hold the dream in your arms and burn the memory into all of our minds. Thanks for joining us, everybody. It's been a great season of girls basketball. See you in Peoria, your final 52-48. Richwoods, the state champs.